Mary, this bed is just beautiful. Do you use annuals, perennials, or both in here?
We use both. You can see white petunias splattered in, and mostly the rest is perennials though. In the fall, I pull out all the annuals, but we leave the perennials so that they gather snow. Because we have really good luck, if they have good snow coverage, the next spring they'll come back very well. But then come spring, everything is flat again because it goes away. And then one day you'll come out here and you'll start to see these little specks of green coming and you think, okay, we're good again, it's going to happen again. So yes, both.
What is that beautiful plant right next to you?
This is a hardy hibiscus, also known as a rose mallow. It is a perennial. It will come back every year. It has to stay through the winter, this part. Then you cut it back in the spring, and it will not show signs of growth until June 1st. Not one day before, and now we're at August 1st, and that is how much it has grown in 2 months. And as you can see, in the next week we will have flowers. And we have 3 of these total. We have a red, a pink, and a white.
Do you try to have plants in here that are blooming at different times in the season?
Yes, it kind of just happens naturally because some years plants don't always bloom when you think they're going to bloom, but yet there's always something blooming. Sometimes I can come out here and a whole new color palette has happened. You can go from one color to the next overnight. We have tulips in the spring, of course, and of course they're first, and they make quite a showing in both the gardens, and that's always our most hopeful time then when they start.
I noticed that this plant here has a really pretty foliage. What is this?
That is actually 3 bleeding hearts. There's a white one, a dark red one, and the traditional pink. I wanted them all together in this corner of the garden, so when they all bloom together, it actually looks like a strawberry sundae. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This year we had more ice cream than strawberries because the white just took over and there wasn't so much of the pink and red. But next year, we're hopeful for next year that we will get that. So right now blooming, we have 2 colors of phlox. I have a hard time deciding which one is my favorite because I love them both. We also have cone flowers in a few different colors. We have the bright red or orange or whatever you want to call that, traditional purple and white. This tall yellow lily 2 weeks ago was completely full of flowers, and I'm happy that it saved one for today just for you to keep on the stem. So
A while ago, I saw a monarch butterfly and a swallowtail butterfly flying around. Do you plant for pollinators too?
we do. We have butterfly weed, we have milkweed. So specifically we do, and we're always happy to see them. The bees come just naturally, and I'm surprised at how many different colors can be in a bee.
I see a sign there for Monarch Way Station. Is your yard registered?
Yes, it is registered, and the swamp milkweed is what they really prefer. It started out as one little lonesome plant, and it has grown into that this year, so we're pretty happy that it could feed a lot of monarchs if it needs to.
Do you get monarch eggs on some of these?
We do. We have 2 growing in the house right now, but it appears that there won't be quite as many this year. We also have the tiger swallowtail, and we just now saw, when you pulled in, a black one because you identified it for us, so that was pretty exciting.
How do you raise the monarchs inside?
We cut the milkweed out here and then put it in water in containers, and then it just stays well enough for them to mature. Some make it, some don't make it, but one year we actually hatched out 35 monarchs in the house, and I made a little video of one hatching that I saved. It took about 25 minutes for it to actually come out of its cocoon.
Then do you bring them outside and release them?
We do. We have enough little kids in the neighborhood. We'll plan it so we can let one of the little kids put it on their finger, and then they get to watch it fly away.
So do you have families and children that come and visit your yard?
Probably every day. Yes, we have a lot of children in the neighborhood. There seems to be a lot. In the winter, of course, it slows down because kids don't get out as much, but almost every day somebody's coming by.
So what are your plans for the future here with your yard?
I feel like we have met our maximum. We increased the backyard this year to flowers, and about 3 years ago we added the round garden where there was a birch tree. And I feel like right now this is still manageable. We still can do it, and we don't want it to become too much work for us.
I saw in the back it said Mary's Cutting Garden. What do you do with your cutting flowers?
Well, the plan was to save jars through the winter or vases and let the kids come and cut their flowers and take their bouquets home. But just this week is when that actually started. So we felt like we could cut some flowers back there. Before that, it was kind of like, well, there's really nothing to cut, but now we could maybe start doing some of that. We have some heritage plants here. Part of them came from Alan's mother, and part of them came from my mom's gardens. His mom had a bleeding heart and a daylily. My mom had a peony and a gas plant. So they were probably the first things that we planted into this garden when we got started.
What kind of advice would you have for people that want to get started?
Probably start small, plant what you love and what's known to grow in your area. We want to have success, and that is probably the best way, is to know that it's hardy for your area, and maybe also get a plant from somebody that loved you in the past.